What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck.
You see the belt?
This clapping man is Big Dave. Bam! BAWL Sports.
Come on.
Will the Go Gottlieb. Will_Gottlieb. Perfectly coiffed. Joseph Spathis. He's young. He's beautiful. He's on the controls. Our producer
George.
and our pal.
Shout out Lisa.
Joey Spathis is his Twitter handle. We are CHGO_Bulls.
Hey.
Bulls get a win about over the Heat, 124-116. Taking a 2-1.
Bulls win. Again, Joseph.
Season series lead.
Bulls win. For Matt Peck. Bulls win. For George Spathis.
Over the hated
Bulls
Miami
win.
Heat.
And for yourself, because you're awesome. Bulls win.
One more time, because I want to try telling you to do it.
Bulls win.
It worked.
Keep him on his toes.
Will, you have to say please.
Please. Thank you.
Everyone should always say please. Gentlemen, before we dive into this game, I feel like we have to recognize something very important that is happening.
All right, talk to me.
The great George Spathis is in studio right now.
George Spathis in the place to be.
There it is.
There he is.
He's happy to be here. It's a big moment for him.
Joey, do you ever look at your father and say, I hope I'm that handsome when I'm his age?
Yes, every day.
Every day. He does it all the time.
You look like a young man, Joe.
Yes.
Your dad is a spitting image of you,
He is.
but only like 10 years older than you somehow.
He didn't miss, Joe. He didn't miss. He didn't miss. He created young Joseph Spathis and broke the mold.
Genes don't lie.
I'm happy,
oh, my God.
happy he could be here to witness the shenanigans on this Bulls win.
Yes.
Cool. He
He's
came
in
in
the
right in the
place.
nick of time.
He's in the place to be. I got to ask him questions about why he let his 6-year-old son play Grand Theft Auto. That was amazing to ask that. Shout out to that. But he gave me a father answer, which was great. My son was killing it. Like, that's a dad answer right there. How can I be mad at that? That is amazing, man. Shout out George Spathis for being an amazing father. You, sir, you are an amazing human being, George Spathis.
Man.
Shout out to Lisa as well
Lisa's
for
out
being
to
an
dinner.
amazing mother and creating this young man that we call Joey Sweatpants, that we call 21 Joey. That what else we get him?
Oh, we got a list.
We got a whole list, man.
Joey
we got
Bordeaux.
a whole list.
Joey Bordeaux.
Thank
I've
you.
always loved Joey Bordeaux.
Joey Bordeaux. Joey Bordeaux. We got a list for a young man. Thank you for creating that human being over there, because Joey Spathis is an awesome, awesome human being.
Thank you for hanging out with us on YouTube. Join us in the live chat. Throw us your thoughts on tonight's game. We'll get to as many as we can. Throw us some super chats if you feel so inclined.
Woo.
Hit that thumbs up button if you're following along on YouTube. Not just for Joe, but for George Sr.
Oh,
George wants the thumbs.
he wants the thumb. Joe, you got a graphic of him and the thumbs, Joe?
No thumb graphic.
He's working on a thumb graphic.
Yes, he is.
I don't know where you guys want to start, because we had a lot of this Bull squad play well today.
Yes.
Dave, do you have somewhere you would like to start? Because
Oh.
I feel like I know where you want to start.
You do tell me tell me.
My guess would be that you feel a lot of people out there in Bulls Nation owe our guy Ayo Dosunmu an apology tonight.
Ah, Matt Peck, always here. In the brain is where he lives. He's got a nice pillow. He lays on it as well.
I
This
sleep
man,
in Dave's brain
He
sometimes.
does. Will is there too, but Will, has a car, because sometimes he'll leave, but he'll always come back. He'll always be back.
never
Matt
leave.
don't
Reserved
ever
parking
leave.
spot.
Oh, yes. Will got a reserve. This dude just don't leave. He's just like, I'm never, ever leaving, because he thinks
would
if he
I?
leaves, then I'll forget him. So he refuses to leave.
True story. I have squatter's rights in Dave's brain.
Yes, he does. It's true. He does. It's true. It's true. But yes, I would like to start with Ayo.
Toot wants to see the apologies as well.
Yeah, I tweeted that out after Ayo hit the baseline three.
Yeah.
And turned around to the fans and gave them the 3-point look right there. That a couple of y'all owe that man an apology, because I don't understand why, after one bad game, people were immediately off the Ayo train. They mean, oh, he's Tony Snell. Oh, he can't do it. Oh, he's got nothing going on. What's going on like this? Bulls Nation, I love y'all, as Matt always says. I do love y'all very, very much. But the reactions you all have after a bad game are ridiculous. And you can't be that ridiculous on a guy like Ayo Dosunmu, who has played this well all season long. Not half the season, not a little bit of the season. Every game in the season, Ayo Dosunmu, hey Julia, has been absolutely amazing. He has not deserved any of the criticism. He deserved it. No. He deserved it when you put up a Tony Snell.
Yes.
You deserve it.
Absolutely.
But my point is, the criticism they gave him was, you don't belong in the NBA.
Yeah.
You're not the kind of player who should be on our team.
He had people in the comments saying they should send him to the G League.
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's insulting.
That's the difference right there, man. If you just like, man, Ayo played like crap tonight, which is what we said.
Yeah.
He did. We with you. But you guys were like, see, I told you he can't be in this league. We got to trade him and find somebody else. He's the worst. And we were over here like, wait, hold on. What are y'all talking about? Everybody's entitled to a bad game. When Joey has a bad job producing one time, we still love him. When I mess up an ad read, we still love him. When Matt Peck's perfect. When we do those things, we still love him. Notice I didn't even bring up the GOAT because he don't never mess up. This is how he roll. But listen, when those things happen, they happen. It doesn't mean that person isn't awesome and isn't great. It just means they have a bad game because they're human. Ayo Dosunmu had a bad game. Matter of fact, he had a bad 2 games. Mm-hmm. But what did he do when he came back in Miami? On absolute fire, Matt Peck. And I talked about it before. I said he's more comfortable coming off the bench.
Yeah.
That's exactly where Ayo needs to be. When he came off that bench, and he came off probably a little early than he anticipated because of the Caruso injury. I'm sure we'll find out a little bit more on that later. But oh my God, put that man in gauze and bubble tape and never let him play again for a while. But when he came off the bench, he did not lose a beat for the Bulls, man, because the Bulls were shooting incredibly well. But Ayo Dosunmu really added something to it. He didn't just continue it, he added to it, man. Mm-hmm. Ayo Dosunmu, dog, like it was 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists off the bench.
Yeah.
How many minutes? 34, 35 minutes?
35 minutes.
Incredible game he played, Matt. Going to the bucket. Transition Ayo is our favorite Ayo.
It's my favorite.
He's our favorite.
One of my favorite things in the world.
Yes.
Transition Ayo.
We love transition Ayo. But then also Ayo taking the threes. And then, one thing that I wanted him to get was his chemistry with Nikola Vucevic, because he's good with a big man. And you see he has a chemistry with Andre Drummond. We know this already, right? But I wanted him to get it with Vuce because Vuce doesn't like the ball bounce low around his legs.
Which happened a handful of times.
Tonight, by the way. And we saw what happened to the ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not his thing. But once Ayo kind of figured that, and once Vuce also kind of figured that as well, he knew where he was going to get the ball from Ayo. You saw the absolute change happen. There's nobody on this team that is better at passing in small spaces than Ayo Dosunmu. Nobody. Ayo Dosunmu is amazing. Coby is second. But Ayo is amazing at passing in really tight, small spaces where he draws the defense in when they're just trying to guard everyone. But at the very last second, Ayo will draw in 2 defenders and hit that pass. Nobody better than Ayo Dosunmu at doing that. That is a real skill, something he was doing at Illinois with Kofi Cockburn all the time. Ayo was amazing tonight. He deserves all the love. Y'all owe him an apology. You should be ashamed of yourself for treating that man like that so close to the holidays.
As Flipside in the comments would say, I owe you an apology.
Oh!
Sincerely, well done to our guy,
Well done.
GR.
Well done.
What are your thoughts, Will?
I mean, first of all, I'm glad you are just coming out hot in pushing for.
Someone gave
Goon of the
Dave
night.
one of those caffeinated beverages again tonight.
Don't blame the caffeinated beverages. Blame the win.
Yeah.
Dave walked in, he hit a
the win.
C4, and now he's making his own push for Goon of the Night. Well, yeah, I mean, Ayo, like, there's going to be ups and downs with these guys. They're still young. Like, Coby is not going to shoot 79% on threes for the rest of time. It's just not going to happen. But they're doing so much that's helping the team win, even when they're not. Like, they started the game 7 of 9 on threes. Yeah. They're getting out in transition. They're doing all the stuff that the Bulls have been wanting to do and saying they've wanted to do forever. There's going to be moments where that stuff doesn't happen, but it was like everything. The collective success that Ayo had tonight was like everything that we all have always praised of him or asked of him. Mm-hmm. Whether it was shooting confidently from 3, getting steals and getting downhill, getting all the way to the basket, like the drop-off passes, like you said, he was playing great defense. Like, he just had a great all-around game, and that makes up for a poor all-around game the other night. But it's like just a lesson in like not taking big sweeping conclusions away after one game. Because these things, there's 82 of them. There's 82. And you've got to keep a level head through it because these guys are going to have ups and downs. I think now it's just about building consistency with it. He's not going to go 25, 8, and 4 every night.
Yeah.
Be great if he could.
Right.
But like
Right.
let's prepare for that to not happen the next game, but also try to like hone in on some of the stuff that he does do well so that you can point to it. Hey, I may not have scored 25 points tonight, but he had a couple of great defensive possessions there that helped the Bulls win the game. The way that he gets out in transition, like he is gone.
Yeah.
Every time there's like an outlet pass, and he's also kind of like learned to change paces a little bit where he'll catch it and then wait to see what's going on in front of him and then take off. Like his stop and go is really good.
Yeah,
but
and he's getting
like,
better at using his peripheral vision on guys trying to get chase downs from various angles when he's out on the break or maybe even with somebody in
protecting
transition.
the ball with his body.
Yeah,
He's
his
going
timing has
into
gotten better.
contact. He just looks so much better. And I also think that this added element of like downhill speed in transition that he brings, which by the way, like nobody else is doing on this team to the same extent that he is.
Facts.
That brings such a different level of like dynamic offense. And it's like the exact opposite of like the 8 and 15 finish to 2 years ago, where it was like, okay, what do we do? Give DeMar the ball and just let him cook. Because that's how we know we can get good offense. And now it's, all right, well, let's get a defensive rebound here and look ahead and see if Ayo's out in transition. Yeah. If he's there, great, hit him. If not, all right, let's get Coby across the court and into an early screen with 20 on the shot clock. And now we're in our first action early. We can get DeMar the ball in his spots. And now we're cooking. We can get a second action in. And it's so much snappier, like moving the ball, getting the ball ahead of guys. And I mean, they've had 30 plus assists, like 3 out of 6 games. Like that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen on accident at this rate. So I think the pace that they're playing is helping the ball movement. The ball movement is helping the pace of play. And it's like all these things kind of coming together, and the synergy is looking good.
Mentioning that, Chris in the comments saying Baldy assist check, still no 35 assist game, but 32.
32.
It's why we laughed at that, because it was outrageous for him to say that he wanted his team to average 35 assists a game.
Ridiculous. He did it. He's involved. I swear he did
Mr.
it.
Fancy Pants saying Ayo and Coby becoming a nice little backcourt.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the band stylist instead?
Oh.
Of course you can't, Fancy Pants. Jeremy, meanwhile, saying also, I'm still saying blow this joint up. Build around your future, Pat, Ayo, and Coby. Sunglasses,
future,
shrug, muscle. Connor McLennan, and this is where I want to get y'all's thoughts next.
Okay.
Saying 4 players with 20-plus points, 3 of which were nearly triple doubles.
Oh.
Love to see it, especially the Ayo redemption game. But, I mean, you talk about balance. You know, obviously, Ayo getting out in transition, you love to see it. You also saw Coby White with a season-high 11 assists tonight.
Yeah.
On top of his still keeping the streak going, 13th straight game with 3 or more made threes. He was only 4 of 11 tonight, so didn't keep pace with his 50% stuff, but that's okay. He had a great game. Vooch, meanwhile, just a casual 24.
4 of 11.
Yeah, I know. Vooch, a casual 24, 12, and 7 on fairly efficient 10 of 21, 2 of 5 from downtown. And then DeMar with a nice bounce back after maybe a fatigue game for him in the second night of their back-to-back. DeMar finished with 23, 5, and 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 3 of your starters and an incredible bench performance, all not only scoring, but also racking up assists and putting work on the boards. Somebody in the comments saying, okay, well, DeMar, Vooch, they may not be long-term, but it's encouraging to see Coby do this. It's encouraging to see Ayo do this. In the meantime, tomorrow is December 15th. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see some trades start happening for this team on December 15th. What does it make you feel when you see a team play like this, knowing that one of the other main pieces is over there resting his sore foot?
Well, a couple things. One, DeMar DeRozan was 3rd in field goal attempts.
Yep.
That's awesome. Like he didn't hit the 20. Vucevic 21, Coby with 20, DeRozan with 14, and DeRozan was a plus 14 on top of that. So I find that awesome because these are the kind of games that you want when you have a guy that could get you 40 and 11 if you need it. but there needs to be games where everybody else kind of takes care of your best player.
Yeah.
Where he can actually rest. Even if he's on the floor 41 minutes, he can actually rest. You know what I mean? You saw him going for loose balls a little bit more in this game. And I promise you, it was because he didn't have the burden on him to carry this team offensively in this game. Mm-hmm. That's important for a guy like DeMar DeRozan. Second, Coby White, man. Look, I told y'all years ago what Coby White was. I sent out a tweet when Coby White in about 2019 that said Coby White is going to be a stud, period. People go, oh, you're crazy. Get out of here. He's not going to be that guy.
However,
but
people who had their doubts, just to play devil's advocate,
go ahead,
I think we're fair to have their doubts.
Let me stab the devil with some God shit. Right here is what you seeing Coby White doing right now. Because Coby White with 26, 7, and 11, Matthew Peck, in third and three-pointers made. Not attempts, but made. That move where Coby White got the rebound and did a spin at the top of the key and shot the three-pointer, and it didn't rattle in. It was cash all net. What did he do? He just rolled back down the court. Usually, and I've said this to you, Matt, the difference in Coby White this season is he shoots these shots, Will, like it's expected. Like he expects them to hit all the time. Like he just hits them and then he just runs back down the court. He doesn't do a Steph Curry dance, which is nothing wrong with that. But usually we would see Coby White do that. Celebrate, dance, all this. He hits him and he's back down the court worried about the next play. For me, that's growth. That's some maturity in this game right there. And you're seeing how he's doing it. The other part of this, Nikola Vucevic, shout out to him in this game because I'm usually on his ass hard in this game. I'm usually on him. But I believe he did a great job because he understood he was the best center. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about the guy being taller than him. He understood I'm better than you.
The Miami Heat started Orlando Bloom at center tonight.
Exactly. Miami starting doing them Orlando. Yeah, put that together. Florida. But Nikola, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. Like I said, he took the most shots. He was 10 of 21, still missing layups. I'm needing him to stop doing that little push shot.
The bunny he's been missing all season.
It's so annoying. He hasn't hit. He used to hit it all the time.
Yep. Yeah.
But now he is not. I'm going to need something to change on that. But I like the fact that he went 2 of 5 from the three-point line. He could have went 0 of 5 and I would have been happy. Mm-hmm. I'm more happy that he hit 2 of them, obviously. But it's just the fact that he's taking these shots. And that's what makes me extra happy watching him play. He was a plus 12 tonight. Also, that happened tonight, the entire starting 5, last game was in the minus column. The entire starting 5. This game, the entire starting 5 in the plus column, man. It just worked out well for the Bulls. And again, it got off to a fast start. And they led from the beginning to end, which is something you don't see the Bulls do, so often now. Usually they're fighting back in these situations, but they just played a great game. Overall, with the starting 5 into the bench with guys like Andre Drummond, who has been incredibly consistent for the Bulls during this stretch. He's been incredibly consistent for them. 7 points, 5 rebounds, but Ayo Dosunmu was just coming off the bench is better, man. Even if it was just 6 minutes and he had to wait and come back. It makes me think, and I want to know how you feel about this, Will. It makes me think about, should Torrey Craig be starting? Just, if not even for Torrey Craig, I'm sorry, not Torrey Craig, Javon Carter. It makes me wonder if Javon Carter should be starting.
In place of
if Caruso is still out.
As opposed to
Ayo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? It makes me wonder that. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, that is a very interesting thought, and I want to get Will's thoughts on that, but we got to take our first ad break.
Understandable.
So we will continue that conversation on the other side.
just go.
Hey,
that
George.
is very interesting. When you see the way that Ayo played off the bench tonight, that is a very interesting question.
Yeah.
If Caruso is going to be out again.
Yeah.
While we take these quick breaks to share words from our friends and sponsors, you know what to do. Hit the thumb for young Joseph Spathis. Make sure you're also subscribed to CHGO Sports YouTube channel.
Welcome.
Tonight's CHGO Bulls Postgame brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
DraftKings.
In the NBA, the game can change in an instant. But no matter how the action unfolds, DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. Just like they had my back when I bet the live spread when the Bulls were up by 25.
He did. He went and got his phone and just said, clickety-clack.
Cash! This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for putting $5 down on any NBA action. Over-under, spreads, player props, whatever you want. Put $5 down on it, and even if the bet doesn't hit, you're still getting that 150 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code CHGO. New customers can get 150 instantly in bonus bets just for putting $5 down on your favorite NBA action. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. With that promo code CHGO, the crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The crown is yours. The belt shall be named later.
Oh, this man is smart. I like it. So I'm going to say his favorite word right now. Beer!
Oh.
It's awesome. It's attractive. Oh, one more time, Joe. Give me one for George Spathis. Hey, George, how old were you when you let Joey have one of these? You don't remember? Hey, that's the right answer. Shout out,
Hopefully not
sir.
the same age as Grand Theft Auto.
Hey. No, that was the right answer. I don't remember. He understands because he's a smart human being, ladies and gentlemen.
I plead the fifth here.
Fifth. CHGO is supported by the Goose Island Beer Company. It's been Chicago's beer since the Jordan year. That is 1988. They have some amazing selections, y'all. They got the 312 Wheat Ale. They got the full pocket Pilsner, which is the Matt and Big Day favorite, which is why it is never here. They got the Beer Hug Family, which is what I got right here. I don't have the Juicy Beer Hug, which is the Joey Spathis favorite, but I got the Neon Beer Hug sitting right here next to me. And of course, since Joey loves daylight savings so much, he's always like, Dave, you know what I love? Daylight savings time. It's my favorite. Oh, and I tell him all the time, since he loves it unconditionally, Oktoberfest beer. It's that time. It doesn't have to just be drunken in October. You could do it in November, December, January, February. However you feel, y'all.
Febtober.
It could be a Febtober beer. As long as you're enjoying it and it's from Goose Island, it's amazing. And you'll have a wonderful time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so grab an ultra fresh, exclusive beer from the Goose Island Original Brew House from their tap room on Fulton Street in West Town. It's the Goose Island Beer Company, Chicago's beer, the true taste of Chicago.
Woo! Okay, so picking up where we left off, you were asking Will about a possible scenario where Caruso might miss more time, which, by the way, I saw a tweet from Casey Johnson. He was seen in the postgame locker room walking around, sans limp.
Okay.
But he did not return to tonight's game.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you're saying maybe plugging someone other than Ayo into that starting lineup to try to maintain this strong, confident, very good bench version of Ayo?
Because I think, Will, and you correct me if I'm wrong on this.
I will.
Thank you. That's why I love you very much. We've seen Ayo have his best games coming off the bench or look more comfortable coming off the bench. And I notice him more, coming off the bench. So I'm wondering if that's a good idea to maybe continue that, even if it's just putting Javon Carter out here for maybe 6 minutes, like we saw Caruso tonight. Just put him out for a short amount of time and then bring in Ayo. Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think Ayo, just because maybe you feel like he's a better player than Javon Carter and can give you a little bit more, should be the starter, and we'll just deal with whatever it is?
I think the Bulls are kind of in a good position where they have good options there. Like, I think if the Bulls are in a situation where they need a lot of shooting, maybe Javon's that guy. But effectively, Ayo played with starters tonight. I mean, he played, like we talked about, 35 minutes. And I think it wasn't a situation for me where it was like Ayo creating off the dribble in the half court, and that's how he built up his confidence. It was more like his first basket was just flying out in transition. Coby found him, hit a head pass, layup. And he did that a couple times, and now he's feeling himself a little bit. And now when the ball reverses to him in the half court, he gets into that second side pick and roll and drops off that pass to Vooch. That's where he starts to cook. And so to me, it's all about just finding the easiest offense for a guy like Ayo. And whether that's with the starters or with the bench, I don't think it really matters. But I mean, the Bulls are now going to be potentially missing two starters or high minute guys. And they're going to need him to play well and step up. So If that means coming off the bench and playing big minutes, or if it means starting, either way, he's going to be playing big minutes.
Yeah, he's going to get – and I think that's my point. But I just wanted to keep the rhythm of what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, some guys are just more comfortable, you know, coming off the bench and can get into their rhythm a little better. Even if it's just 6 minutes, you know, or whatever, it just feels like they have more comfort. And Ayo just kind of showed you that tonight.
But I think what's great about the way that the Bulls are playing right now is that everything is always in rhythm. That's like the first time we've ever been able to say that. Like since Lonzo went down. I mean, it's not like I was coming off the bench and trying to. It's not like I was coming off the bench and like trying to like fit into the rest of the group around him.
Right.
No, it's like boom, slot in, get on transition on a miss, layup, boom, get a stop, do the same thing. All right, we're in the half court, but now Coby's across with 19 seconds on the shot clock. We're into a pick and roll, swing. Io's got it on the weak side. Now he's into a pick and roll with Vooch, and it's a pocket pass layup.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so much more smooth, and it's easier for guys to, you know, slot around or scale up and down depending on what their role is with who's around there, because you have a style that caters to those young athletic guys.
True.
They don't have to create something out of nothing. They still have DeMar and Vooch that can help them with that.
Thank you,
They don't have to do everything on their own, and they're taking pressure off of themselves by being able to create easy offense in transition. So, like, to me, roles and like who starts and who closes and all that stuff doesn't matter as much as like who is playing the style that they need to play at their best. And right now, I was a huge part of that, at least in this game.
I believe Ryan Ramis in better than tonight.
What?
Better in general.
He said what now?
Did you watch tonight's game?
What did you do?
He had a hell of a game.
Hey, man, whatever you're drinking or smoking, I don't want any of.
Jay's Grill 74. Ayo just had a bad game. I don't think it matters if he's coming off the bench or starting. He'll be fine. Rosette 999 chiming in saying it's fun watching these young Bulls get better. It sure is.
It is fun watching young guys be better.
Fancy Pants, meanwhile, saying if Ayo plays like that, then start him. Build the confidence. That's a different, interesting way to take it. Also, wanted to quickly shout out Chase and Ashlyn in the comments who said, new subscriber, can I get some love?
Yes, you can.
You guys are the best. Love the show.
Shout out.
Thanks for tuning in.
Shout out.
Welcome
to
CHGO Bulls Nation.
To the foolishness.
We are here all the time.
We got many shows
every game night. Hanging out with our fellow Bulls fans.
We love you.
Happy to have you here. I also see our guy Salim from Bulls Gold also hanging out in the chat.
Dream is in here?
Damn legend.
Shout out.
So the young guys playing well, encouraging thing to see, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily go down a big rabbit hole with this, but I am curious what you guys think.
Talk to
in
me.
this recent stretch of games. Bulls have won 5 of their last 7.
Woo!
There were some scrub teams in there that they beat.
Woo!
But wins are wins.
Yes, they are.
We talked about another 30-plus assist night tonight.
We did.
3 of your starters and 1 of your bench players having very well-balanced games.
Sexy.
The ball movement, again, on display tonight. Guys making cuts. Guys hitting people who are open for 3. And again, I think Coby individually deserves a lot of credit for this because his threat from behind the three-point line recently has opened up so many more drive, kick, swing kind of scenarios for this Bulls offense because defenses have to respect him now behind that three-point line. But even just seeing this ball movement, seeing this competent offensive team basketball in this recent stretch, does it change anyone's mind who a couple weeks ago had said the players aren't listening, whether or not it's Billy's fault or mostly his fault or not mostly his fault? The players have stopped listening. Billy has lost this locker room.
I remember.
Let's explode all of this, because those were conversations that were had. And I sat here on this very set and said, regardless of what amount of fault lies at Billy's feet, he needs to go too, because no one on this team is listening to each other. Does this appear to be a team that is, once again, listening to its coach and playing for one another?
Yeah, I definitely think so. This team is just simply not the same team that started the year 5-14. I mean, they're a completely different group. And, I think the thing that was really difficult about that 19-game start was that basically nothing was going well. And I think that's where, like, people start to get frustrated. People start to get mad. Fans are angry. They want change. But I think now we're in a position where, like, the whole reason why people ask for change is because they want hope, right? They want something to look forward to. And the way that Coby has played is giving people hope. And I think it's a huge part of how the Bulls have to factor into the Zach trade and what ends up happening with that, how they build moving forward. Like Coby is going to be a huge fixture in anything that happens coming next. So I still think things need to change, but they have changed. And whether that was spurred by, Zach not being around and like that whole thing being like that whole dark cloud just hanging over the team is gone for the time being, or whether the players are really starting to come together or the young guys are just starting to develop, like things have changed.
Yeah.
And whether it was like an active thing that AK or management did or Billy and coaching staff did, doesn't really matter. But like the result is things are looking a lot different. Things are looking a lot better. And I think there's a lot more reason for optimism, whichever direction they decide to go. So to me, I think this was always going to be a difficult season, a difficult rebuild if none of the young guys were popping and like helping you get into that next era. And now that's happening. And it's like completely, I think, changing the outlook for a team that was just so down in the dumps early on in the season.
Graham Smith in the comments saying Coby has a lot to do with the better vibes. Also pointing out that he was in Ayo's ear after the game, always firing up the other guys. I did see a quote from Casey Johnson's tweet in the postgame locker room. Coby, who is on just an incredibly impressive stretch of his own, finally getting some individual credit for the way he's playing and the fact that while he's playing this way, it's leading to team wins. Coby said that Ayo was the reason the Bulls won this game tonight.
And it's hard for me to disagree with something like that just from what you saw. Ayo, because he actually came out, with a chip on his shoulder. And the players don't really, they might say they don't listen to or hear what we're saying. That's fine, but they know how they played. And they know exactly how they want to look when they're out there on the floor.
Or maybe Papa Dosunmu said, "Hey, son, they're calling you Tony Snell out there on the interwebs."
You know what I mean? Like on the interwebs. But Ayo knows how he played, and he knows I'm better than this. And that's why he wanted to come out maybe with a little different kind of style. So again, I credit Alex Caruso with how this kicked off, because Alex Caruso hit the first three of the game. And then he came down. I told you, Matt, he came down. He pulled up and he shot another three. He didn't hit it, but it was just the way he pulled up and shot it.
But he was 2 of 3 from downtown.
Right.
And then was like, ooh, my ankle.
Facchiotomy.
Whoever it is, if they're shooting them confidently.
And that's the point I'm making. Like, the confidence that was oozing from Ayo Dosunmu was something to see. The fact that when he hit that last three and he turned around to them and he showed them the 3-point sign is Ayo Dosunmu's confidence. You know what I mean? That's something we used to see from Coby White. Coby White is just a robot right now, and sexy, attractive. He's like a T2 of 3000 right here,
T2.
Shout out Terminator 2. That was one of the greatest, liquid robots.
Come with me if you
Joe,
want
you
to
seen Terminator 2? What?
Judgment Day?
Oh, you know what? I'm usually not mad when you don't see older movies, but that one, Joe, you gotta watch.
In my humble opinion,
right here.
Member of the very elite selective club of sequel films that are better than the first.
Correct. That and
T2 Judgment Day,
and that's saying a lot because Terminator 1 was really freaking good.
Yeah,
but
Linda
T2,
Hamilton though,
bro.
Linda Hamilton.
What you're talking about though? Remember at the beginning of the season, Will, you were in the Bulls locker room and you sent the video of Coby talking about how he was realizing his own impact as a leader and how guys really respected his voice. And it seems like that's, Big Dave always talked about it takes him a while to find his footing at the beginning of the season, but we were all excited when he said that, and it looks like it's sort of playing out.
I'm gonna be real with you, Joe. I thought you were gonna say something about Terminator 2.
I know, he just
I really did.
got us back on track.
That's where we were going.
He got us back on track.
He did that for George. You saw what he did. He did that for George right there, baby.
And he flexed for me, which was
yes, he did. He flexed for him.
I did.
George, he hasn't seen Terminator 2. How he said that might be your fault, George. That's on you? All right, that's on George.
We were playing GTA.
Honestly, less gore because they're machines.
That's true, but liquid.
Yeah,
but liquid as well. But it was just the way the Bulls, how they have come together in these last few games, just feels different, Matt. and it looks different. They're not lucking into stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not falling. Again, I said this before. It's not Kramer. You know, it's not Kramer where you're just falling ass backwards, you know, into stuff. You're actually going out and you're performing. And I know Marquet wants to talk crap about Billy Donovan and say, y'all shouldn't be talking about my guy. Y'all should definitely be on that. I did see
our guy Briscoe, Nothing But Bull, in the comments earlier giving Billy officially credit for the third game of the season.
But this is why this is why I respect Bulls fans in a lot of ways. Because you can talk that stuff, but when somebody's doing well, we're like, okay, you know what? You're doing well. We'll give you love. We'll give you these props. You deserve it. Nobody's stubborn because the point of it is to win. And so when somebody is showing you that they are winning, you can't say anything. You're like, okay, well, fine. All right, we won. We did it. And they were a part of the reason you were winning. Billy Donovan's coaching philosophy has been going off, you know, for what these teams are showing out here. The changes in the substitutions that he's making has been absolutely on point, Will. They've been the right moves at the right time. And I'm sitting here in my brain, and I'm not saying this to y'all, but in my brain, I'm like, Billy, take him out. Billy, don't do this. Billy, get him out. And then it's somebody at the scores table ready to go. Like, I don't question him about.
That's a flex.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not
You're
about.
pulling the strings?
No, he's pulling the strings. I'm just saying we're on the same wavelength. That's all.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, it's not me saying I want to see Julian Phillips play right now, or I want to see Dalen Terry play right now. It's not that. It's that, okay, well, this dude made this turnover 3 times in a row. Maybe we should go a little different way right now. And Billy's on it. You know what I mean? He's making these moves, making these changes right now. And a lot of that helps when guys are hitting their 3-point shots. Shout out General Patton. But
who Coby credited after tonight's game.
Correct. Shout out, you like this show?
Eddie's General Patton.
General Patton.
So is Billy in your brain? Is he in your brain right now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But he's close.
But we've been on, I said wavelength. You know what I mean? We're on the same wave. This guy right here is
that
on the brain.
futon is not big enough for 2 grown men to
why
share.
Why did he get jealous? Did you see his face? Look what Joey did. Look what Joey did. Look what Joey did.
Joe's is a fool.
Look what Joey did, yo.
That is from one of the best episodes of SpongeBob.
It looked like SpongeBob.
It did. It was definitely
It's an all-time classic. I know you guys.
Classic?
I know you won't understand, but there's a lot of people in the
chat. But then we need to watch it together.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Hip us to it. My favorite part was Matt's face when you said to see his brain. How offended he got when you even said that.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
He didn't like it at all.
He's like, we've been friends for how long? You think Billy's already in Big Dave's brain? Takes longer than that.
He allowed Will Gottlieb to have a parking space. But he was like, how dare you say anybody else was going to be in this brain right here. Matt Peck is awesome, but he's
sorry to interrupt. You were saying about Billy.
He don't roll that way. He don't roll that way.
You threaten me like that when it comes to my turf, I will Marlo Stanfield your ass, okay?
He went to the wire. Joe, we got to watch The Wire, too.
These are my corners.
We got to watch The Wire, too,
I want
Joe.
my corners.
George, you didn't show him The Wire? Damn, Joe, what we doing?
I've been waiting. We'll watch it together.
All right, we'll watch it. But yeah, man, like those things just make me excited about this Bulls team going forward because you're not just fluking wins. You know what I mean? Like you're actually getting hot. This is a great example of it because you could have looked at that first quarter and said that was a fluke.
Yeah.
And said, this is it. They're going to fall back and Miami's going to come back and get the game. They continued it through the entire game, man. And not just hitting those threes because they were hot, but the actually running of the plays, you know, and getting guys in the corner, getting guys at the top of the key. You pointed out, Will, like one of their favorite plays was getting Coby White off of a screen at the top of the key for a 3-point shot. That's one of their new plays right now. That's just because Coby White has shown that he can do that now. So now Billy has incorporated that into the offense. That's actual scheming. You know, it's not just like I'm falling into it because you're hot right now, or I'm just giving you the ball and saying, just go to work. No, you're scheming this stuff right here. And Coby White being able to find guys inside when they're cutting. A lot more cutting is going on, too, within this offense as well. That I credit Billy and Mo Cheeks and all those guys and Chris Fleming as well. All those guys I credit them for.
Chris Fleming shout today.
Yeah, man. Like everybody deserves a shout out on these things when this team is winning. Like I told you, Will, you don't win alone, you don't lose alone.
Josh
You know what I mean?
Longstaff?
Come on, Joe. Come on.
We got to take our second ad break, and then we'll come back.
Yo,
We'll get
goats.
to some super chats, and of course, it is a Bulls victory.
Oh,
So that means we got Goon of the Night to hand out.
Goons.
Big
Goons are
Dave,
handed out.
would you like to tell the fine people out there in Bulls Nation who, while you are sharing these words, are hitting those thumbs for us, right?
Oh, Joey wants the thumbs.
Needs them.
Give Joey the thumbs.
About the wonderful deals at Ray Chevy.
Ray! Oh! You know, Ray is our guy.
Yeah.
We enjoy him. We love him very much.
Sure
He's
do.
our partner, Ray Chevrolet, and they're having their biggest sale of the year. When are they having it? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Right now!
Right
Matt. Now!
Right now.
Right now! They're having their biggest sale right now. Make your way to Ray Chevrolet on Route 12 in Fox Lake and join in on the savings for their model year in savings event.
That is now. It's the end of the year.
Right now, Matt. It's going on. Right now, it's going on.
Fascinating.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. As one of the top-selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest Chevy inventories. But right now, they're trying to make room for the incoming 2024 models, so all their current inventory must go. Get it out. Plus, if you find a perfect tailgate vehicle at Ray Chevy because you have over 100 new Silverados in stock, when they got them in stock, Matt?
Now?
Now! Right now! And that's not all. No. Get 0% financing with $0 down and 0 payments until spring of 2024. And in Chicago,
When the green things come back?
listen, it's
the
Chicago,
birds chirp?
we have no idea what spring is. All right? We just show up
Could-
when the green things
Could
come
be
back.
April, could be June.
Like this man said right here, all right? When the green things come back, that is when we got it, y'all. And then that's not all. Oh, my God. $3,000 savings on a new Chevy Blazer. $4,000 on a new Equinox. Or over $10,000 on a Silverado. And to top it all off, their pricing over 125 vehicles under 20,000 racks.
Wow.
That is attractive and sexy.
Deals.
And it made my toe shoot up in my shoe. That is something right there. Come on, for real, y'all.
Toe
Can
shots.
pricing get more affordable than that? Let me ask. Let me hear you.
Mm-hmm.
No? Nobody? No? It cannot. No, it cannot, Matt. Nope. It can't get more affordable than that. Get down with Ray Chevy. And I know everyone loves the word. Joey? What's my favorite word, Joe?
Free.
Come on, Joseph Spassis. And that's what you'll get this month at Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake. A free oil change. And all you need to do is mention what? CHGO when scheduling your oil change online or on the phone. Better hurry up. This exclusive deal ends December 31st, 2023. That is called New Year's Eve, y'all. Visit Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or RayChevrolet.com to get the model year in savings. They've been serving the community since 1963. Find new roads and let them roads lead you to Ray Chevy.
Year-end deals.
Oh, they're
Gotta
the best.
love it.
They're the ones.
You know what else is great?
Talk sexy.
Going electric.
Oh, he getting sexy on them.
So you want to go that route. Help the planet. It's getting easier for businesses to switch to electric vehicles. It's something that we can all get behind for the health of the planet and for the well-being of all of us who share it, which is why you got to check out ComEd.
Oh, well, that's real talk right there. The electric rig is evolving, Matt. I don't know if you knew that, but it's evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs. And as we move with confidence towards, what's my favorite band, Will?
An electric tomorrow.
Electric tomorrow.
Whether you have
New single dropping
That's right.
tomorrow.
Whether you have one delivery van like Joey might have, or a whole fleet of shipping trucks like my man George Spathis might have, ComEd can help guide you to make changes that all make sense.
So, Dave, what should those business owners out there who are tuning in do about this wonderful opportunity?
Oh my God! I can't believe you asked me that. Oh, I'm so excited, Matt. You said that to me. This is what you can do. Go to ComEd.com/clean to learn more about the resources, fleet rebates, and infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, like Matt says,
Good for you.
and also don't wait. Start making your plans today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for us. Go to ComEd.com/clean.
Did you say ComEd.com? Clean?
That's what I said right there, man. I said ComEd.com/clean. Yeah. Go now and see how electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future of generations to come.
No one give this man a C4 beverage ever again. It
You
should
think
be
that
illegal to give
That's-
a man who already has this much energy one of those energy drinks.
like,
Problem
yeah,
is,
you're right.
The problem is you think it's C4 when that's just me after a Bulls win.
I think they are compounding factors.
Yeah, it all works out. It all connects. It all connects. The Bulls win. Joey, say it.
The Bulls do win.
Bulls win.
Thank you, Joe.
Bulls win. All right, you guys want to do Goon first or Super Chats first?
I say Goon.
Goon first?
Yeah, Goon first.
Goon it up,
the chat.
Joseph.
Be the man! You gotta beat the man! Now! I'm the man.
Brought to you.
By me.
Wait, that's at C4. That's at C4 though. Brought to you by Empire Today. All they do is floors, no matter what.
Got flooring on my mind. I can never get enough.
Come on, man. 580 to 300. Joey,
Empire.
today.
Oh, he was ready for that pass.
He was. I saw it in him.
Well, I was unmuting my mic to say that Matt hates DJ Khaled.
He does.
What do I do?
Yeah, well,
You can't deny that a banger's a banger, though.
can't deny the banger's a banger. Can't deny a banger. It's woozy. It's wazzy. Way to go, Gottlieb, sir. Who is your goon of the night?
There's a lot of love to give around.
There is.
We've talked about Ayo. He had a fantastic game. Didn't really talk about Vooch. 24.
I said it
Dave
about
gave him
it. I
some love.
mentioned it for
24
sure. I
and
mentioned
12 and
it.
7. A very solid game from him. DeMar, not the most efficient, but was obviously really dominant. But I just got to stick with Coby because the way that he dominated this game was not limited to the three-point shooting.
Yes.
Was not limited to his ability to attack the rim, where he got like 4 straight layups in the fourth quarter to help seal this thing.
Good point.
It was a huge piece of it. But to me, it was the passing. The season high 11 assists, first double-double of his season, and just the way that he was in command of the game. I mean, the strides that he's taking, it's just so impressive. And last year, I really came around on Coby. Before that, I was like not a huge Coby guy, but last year I was like, all right, this guy's clearly a very good player, and I want to continue to see what we have here. But the strides that he's taken as a playmaker this year, as a passer, as somebody who's in command of the game, is just so impressive to me. So I'm giving it to Coby for that. Also, 0 assists. I mean, 0 turnovers.
0.
11
Living that
assists.
Halliburton life, baby.
0 turnovers. I mean, just incredible stuff from Coby.
Yeah, he's been amazing, man. Young Mr. Joey Spathis, sir, your goon of the night.
Well, I don't necessarily play on who is my goon of the night. I play to win. So who I think your goon of the night is. And I play to win with Torrey Craig.
Oh.
Because I
Interesting.
know that he was the apple of your eye tonight in a lot of ways. He was on the floor. It doesn't always show up on the stat sheet.
It doesn't.
But even Will Gottlieb tweeted it out. He's reaching Caruso levels of putting his body on the line.
He did say that.
And he's making a lot of plays. And I think
He was doing his homework.
that effort and that mindset is rubbing off on some of the guys. So, but it would be easy to give it to Ayo tonight as well.
I like where his brain is at.
Speaking of Ayo,
Where's your mind, Matt Peck?
my goon, love. Ayo was asked after the game about the corner dagger 3 he had to put the Heat out of reach.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice this, but I'm just seeing this now from a Casey Johnson tweet. After burying that dagger 3 from the corner, he flashed the 3
Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Like, yeah, he showed that 3.
to Joakim Noah, who was sitting very near courtside.
That's who it was he did it to?
Quote from Ayo after the game regarding giving Joe that love after the made dagger 3.
Talk slow, Matt.
That's my guy. He's been helping me throughout the whole process since when I was a rookie. I got nothing but love for him. He was talking to me the whole game, giving me pointers. So that was just me showing love to him. Also, previous tweet I saw from Casey in the game when Ayo finally said enough's enough and dove on the floor to try to either grab the loose ball or tie up a jump ball, which did eventually become a jump ball when old man DeMar was like, yeah, I'm going to stand around this and kind of look at it.
That's what he
Damn.
said. That's what he said.
Ayo dove on the floor.
Yeah.
It got that jump ball. Who was up out of their seat, yelling, screaming, and applauding Ayo for that effort? Joakim Noah. My goon of the night, who you know loved walking out of that joke of a stadium they got over there that the Miami Heat play in with a Bulls W. My goon love goes to Joakim M. Effin Noah.
Woo! All right. Well, goon of the night. This is the first, Joey. This is the first. It's a 3-way tie.
What?
It's the first ever goon of the night 3-way tie.
Is that even legal?
It's legal because I said it.
Well, you make the rules.
That's right. First ever. First one it goes to Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well deserved.
Goon shit. He was on all night long. He reached levels of I'm better than you that I hadn't seen ever from him since he's been the Bulls player. The Euro step he did on Kevin Love, I'm better than you.
Man.
The 3-point shots he was hitting, I'm better than you. The coming around the picks and hitting the mid-range shots, I'm better than you. I hadn't seen him achieve those levels yet, Will. So watching him do that was really like on some goon stuff because he's not going to do it verbally. But then when he actually did it verbally to Joakim Noah, hit the 3-point, that's goon stuff. Number 2, Joakim Noah. He's right. It was Joakim. Oh, my God, dog. The man was up applauding, and you can hear – I could hear him in my head applauding the Chicago Bulls for when they were doing goon stuff, y'all. When they were diving on the floor, getting shots, when they were hitting threes, I could hear him in my head yelling and being excited and loving every second of it. Shout out Joakim Noah, who was number 2.
Fuck the Heatles.
Number 3, goon of the night, goes to main man George Spathis. Hey! Sitting over there. Why? Because he showed up and he is the son. I'm sorry, he's the father of Joseph, but maybe the son.
He looks young enough.
Yeah, he does look young enough, man.
Could be brothers.
Incredible cheekbones. It's amazing. George Spathis gets goon of the night as well, just for showing up, and the support of his son, Joey, is always been amazing. Lisa, I'm not taking nothing from you at all, but I'm just showing them love to that man, George Spathis, as well.
George,
looking like.
do you have anything you want to say?
What's my man, looking like Albert Brooks.
Who?
Showing love to him.
Who's Albert Brooks?
Oh my God, you don't know Albert Brooks? That's you did that, and see that's goon stuff that he wouldn't even have to ask that question right there. He wouldn't even have to ask that right there. But
I thought we were gonna get an acceptance speech for a second there.
Oh, I did too. I thought we were gonna get a
that's
speech.
why he was
No
walking
speech,
over.
George?
Where do you think I get my camera?
That's where he gets it from. 3-way tie
Wow.
for Goon of the Night. Brought to you by Empire Today. Get your flooring today from Empire Today.
It would be
Three-way tie, Goon
wild
of
if
the night.
at the end of the season we have like a neck and neck race and a player with a third of a Goon victory or 2/3 of a Goon victory edges out someone with a half a Goon victory.
Ooh, I like it.
You're just throwing all kinds of crazy.
Hey,
wild
baby,
cards
this
into
is what
prize.
Goon of the Night is.
The
There's
only-
no rules to this.
There's
no
levels to it.
rhyme
The
and reason.
only person-
Will, you be looking out because you might win Goon of the Night one night, Will. Don't be surprised.
If I can get one goon of the night this year, I'll be thrilled.
Don't be surprised, Will.
I'll be thrilled.
I'm just
The
saying, don't
only-
be surprised. Don't be
Currently,
surprised.
The only person with multiple wins is
Andre Drummond.
1.5 for Torrey Craig.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
I love the fact he keeps stats. I really enjoy that he
This
keeps
is-
stats to this, man. It really, I really like
Joey
it.
is a true statistician.
Joey Spathis. Shout out to him, ladies and gents.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Dave.
I mean, as
man.
a try-winner tonight, Esteban in the comments thinks that George should get to hold the belt for a minute.
I agree.
Yeah.
Come on, George. Come on, get you some. George,
He doesn't want to come on set.
George, come get this belt. George, come get
on.
this belt.
Come
We'll
on.
hand that
You
to
don't
him.
have to say anything.
You
Just
big
grab
moment.
the belt.
Just grab the belt. There it is. Look at it. Wait, you
Yeah,
gotta
you
get on the
gotta
camera.
You're
Come
not
over
even
here.
on the camera.
You gotta come
There.
on here. Cross down.
And up.
Cross down. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, yes,
Man.
Goon of the night.
I love that.
That man, George Spathis. Shout out to Lisa.
Oh,
He's downplaying how important to him this
Oh,
is.
it's
mean,
important.
It's important.
Lisa knows.
It's a championship belt. It
is.
better be freaking important.
It's a championship belt.
Hello.
You can never go wrong with a championship belt.
Especially one that you're sharing with Joakim Noah.
Oh.
I mean, I know I'm a biased person when it
Yeah.
comes to you're sharing a championship belt with Joakim Noah. You're doing something right.
This is what you did.
Joseph, let us round out this merry, merry evening with some super chats, shall we?
Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
So right
Oh
here,
my
George
God.
Spathis, he said,
George!
ILL, big ILL guy.
That's right.
Big IO guy as
What a
well.
game from Ayo, man.
The
What a
Duke,
game.
The Duke.
boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say,
Well,
boom,
well.
boom,
I said
boom, boom. Let me hear you say, yeah.
Let me hear you say,
yo,
well.
but for
It's a
real.
song, Joe.
Oh, I think he was saying, let me hear you say IO. I think
know,
that's
but-
what he was
but-
going for. I didn't understand.
I'm just letting you know
Yo,
where it
I
came
know
from.
that song.
I got
Yo,
your
but
back.
for real, where has this team been? The Heat is a legit team and we controlled the game. Do we fill the UC again, Peck?
Okay.
Do I stop
I'm-
on some feelings right now? Or you going to do that? You going to do that? Okay, go ahead.
Legit team.
Go ahead, do that.
Let's remember who the Heat had out tonight because it was
That
basically
part.
everyone.
That part.
Yes, Jimmy played. Yes, Kyle Lowry was out there, but that was not the Miami Heat tonight.
Bam gone, Hero gone. Like a lot of these guys weren't out there tonight.
Do we feel the UC again because you say you're feeling these vibes? I will tell you what I always say. Be a Bulls fan the way you want to be a Bulls fan.
That's my
does
favorite
it?
thing you say. I love when you say that.
Am I spending
tell you
money
how to Bulls
on
fan.
tickets or any other Bulls merchandise right now? No. Did I get salty when they announced this new Ring of Honor thing earlier this week? Because
did.
I thought to myself, how are they going to try and just wrestle more money out of our pockets with this nonsense?
Yeah.
Because we're suckers for the nostalgia of greatness.
Wait till Joakim.
Yeah, I felt salty about it. No, I will not be spending my hard-earned dollars on this team right now until they show me something or two. But you,
Or two.
you be a Bulls fan however you want to be a Bulls fan. You want to go? Go.
I'll see you on the 26th.
The Duke again. Can Thursday Night Football, by the way, the score, the Chargers are losing 63-14.
Wait,
right
wait,
now.
what?
The Raiders.
To the Raiders?
Wait,
Raiders-
no. Wait, say it again.
The Raiders have 63 points right now.
You're not joking.
I am completely serious. I believe they had 35 at halftime.
No.
Can Thursday
I've never
Night
seen
Football
Dave's face
show
make
that
that shape
super
before.
animated Chargers fan again?
That's for real?
I'd like to see her reaction to what the Raiders are doing to them just for shits and giggles.
What the?
Wow.
My brain is.
Brandon Staley
George,
is
my brain hurts,
not going to
George.
have a job soon.
That's
crazy.
I mean,
What?
I am
I didn't
not
see the
familiar.
fan. I didn't see the fan that the Duke was talking
I
about.
don't. Wait, yeah. Wait, is it the same one that
Luckily, I don't have
that went
nobody-
viral
nobody
like
on my
way
face.
earlier this season?
That might be what he's
fantasy
talking
team.
about.
Yeah,
That might be
okay.
what he's
O'Connell has
talking
4
about.
touchdowns.
Who?
Aiden O'Connell.
O'Connell.
Stevenson.
Aiden O'Connell?
Stevenson product, Chicago area.
Really?
Shout out.
Yeah. Matthew
Oh, yeah,
Ray.
nice.
Matthew.
Imagine if we'd stayed patient with Lowry and still had him. Coby, Lowry, Pat, and Ayo could have been fun. I'll forever blame
Bro,
he who shall not be
63 to
named.
14.
Yeah. I mean, it's a struggle to go back down that memory lane and think about what may have
My
been.
brain hurts.
It always is. It's sort of revisionist history, hindsight, all of that painful thing
That's everybody's favorite.
that sports fans do to each other and themselves. We don't live in that reality anymore.
Whoop, there goes gravity.
We don't need any other you-know-who references tonight. Thank you very
Nope.
much.
Yeah, I'm
Appreciate the
at
super
this
chat,
point,
though.
much more interested to see what the Bulls do moving forward than
Yeah.
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 Salim.
Salim.
It's
The dream.
Salim. It's amazing to have you in the chat. Miss you whenever
Love you,
you're not
buddy.
here. We love you. Been there with you, Big Dave. This really feels and looks different than before. Game is slowing down for Coby the way he is seeing the floor and making plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his hesitation dribble at the top of the key where he makes guys, think he's going to take this little mid-range shot, but then he explodes, to the floor and hits him with the offhand layup off the wrong foot. Like that's I don't think people understand the type of skill that takes to hit you with the wrong foot layup that he's hitting them with, man. Like it avoids block shots so much because he did it against Wembanyama, who literally is 7'5". And so he showed you that it avoids those kind of block shots. Like what he's doing is just incredible. It's not just 3-point shooting. It's the IQ that's kicking in for him as well, man.
It's the pace of the game, but I think that's a huge part of it is that he's learning different ways to manipulate the game and score.
Yeah.
And like in the past, in his first couple of years, he was terrible around the rim.
Yeah.
He was getting blocked all the time.
All the time.
He had one, and that's like the criticism that I've had of Patrick is like he just doesn't really have a deep back. He like has the one move that he goes to where he like dribbles either one time going left or one time going right, depending on which wing he's on. He pulls up from the elbow. But Coby has worked on his game so much, and that's what Billy said the other day that I just loved, which was that the one thing about Coby that makes him such a smart worker, not just a hard worker, and he's constantly looking at himself and trying to figure out what does he need to do to improve. How can he change his habits or what he's working on to try to help himself get better? And like you're just clearly seeing that.
We saw some tape. I think maybe it was our C-Red UK friends. Shout out to them who like dug up some of the old Coby offseason workouts tape that they always loved obsessing over, and highlighted this one specific little like hezzy crossover that Coby's been busting out successfully a lot that he was working on this offseason, and you saw him do it a couple of times tonight. He's finding different ways with his ball handling and the creative improvements he's made to break down defenses, and has also forced defenses to respect him around the perimeter so that those new ball handling moves he's developed are paying off because he has the quick step. And when they come to close out, he's able to beat them off the dribble and either finish it at the rim himself or dish it out to other shooters. And it's just been really fun to watch that progression with him.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him grow, and see Coby become the kind of player that you wanted him to be. Whether you thought he was going to be a starter or whether you thought he was going to be a six-man, this is the kind of player you wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Either you thought he was coming off the bench, you still wanted him to be the guy to break down defenses, and to, score 15 points in an instant. You wanted that guy, whether he was starting or whether he was off the bench.
Right.
So this is why I don't fault people when they thought Coby was better coming off the bench, because this is what he was showing you. I don't fault people for that. But I do get on the bugs who was asking like Coby White shouldn't be this guy on the team. I do get on that, that part. But he's just been amazing, man. Like just watching how the game has completely slowed down for him, how he takes his time, and again, Matt, how he's using his hair. Coby White, you watch him using his hair, Will, throwing it back. You saw it work twice tonight. I saw it work 2 times tonight.
Drew a couple of fro fouls tonight.
Yes, he did, man. Come on, man. That's brilliant. He grew some fro fouls.
Or frowls, if you will.
Can I say one nice thing about him?
Please do.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Coby, I think coming to the league, like I said earlier, I was not a huge fan of the way that he played, and I didn't really imagine him to be like a franchise kind of caliber player.
Yeah.
Right now, he is playing as like the 100th percentile. Like, what is the absolute best case scenario that I could envision him playing?
Yes, sir.
Right now, that is what he like.
Yes,
25 points per game, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Like that is an efficient. The way he's like playing, actually, as we've talked about, he's playing like as well as I ever could have hoped or expected him to play.
Yes, sir.
At the very like best case end of that spectrum. And now it's like, well, maybe you can show me a lot more than that. Maybe there's still a lot left, and I think that's where, like. As I kind of talked about earlier, like the frustrating part of the season was that it just felt like everything was like slowly, or maybe not so slowly, just going down. Like DeMar's kind of past his prime. Vooch is now on the other end of his prime. Zach, like trading Zach, you're probably not going to get better from that. But now you've got this other element, which is Coby playing this way, that has completely changed the tenor of not only the season, but like the rebuild that's coming. And when I say rebuild, I don't just mean like tear it down, but just like the next... the portion of time between now and the next good Bulls team and like what's in between. I
Right.
think Coby is just like has completely changed how everybody should be watching the Bulls and paying attention to the Bulls because they have a guy who's going to be a really good player on the next team, and that's a huge thing that teams need to find and need to address. And like it didn't seem like they had that guy, but now all of a sudden, 15 games later, they do.
And I think it's important to, and you didn't say this, but I'm going to say this. I think it's important to have the game that you saw Coby have, that you saw Ayo have, and that you saw Caruso and that you saw Vucevic have without Alex Caruso. Y'all know I've been on the train of trading Alex Caruso. He's awesome. He's amazing. He's special. He's great. All of that is true. You can get a plethora of picks for this young man right here because this team ain't winning a championship. If the goal right now is just to go into the playoffs.
Oh, no, Dave. That 10th seed is just a stone's throw away.
That's fine. Listen, I don't mind getting a 10th seed. You know me. That's where we ain't on the same. But no, I got you. Let me finish.
I got you. Okay.
I don't mind getting that 10th seed. That's fine. That's cool with me. Because Coby White and Patrick Williams and those guys and Ayo Dosunmu can get better, in my opinion, if you continue to do stuff like that. But Alex Caruso already knows what it is to be that kind of basketball player. He has a ring, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what it is, whether you respect it or not, because it's a Disney ring. But whether you respect it or not, it's a ring. It's still a ring, Will. It's a ring, all right? But a lot of people don't respect it.
Got it in a Cracker Jack box.
See, like that guy. But it's still a ring. You know, he still understands what winning takes. And I know the team loves him. But all I'm saying is, if we continue to get these games and play like this, even without him, it's okay to let him go and get you a couple of first-round picks and maybe another player for a dude that teams are desperate for. It's all right, AK. It's okay to go ahead and make this move, Mark Eversley. It's okay. All right? This dude, you'll be fine. You saw what your team looked like without him. He didn't play in this game. He didn't play in the last game. Even in the last game, even though they lost, that was a close game for a while. For a while, that was a close game. They will be fine without him. Please put him in bubble wrap. Please keep him safe. And go ahead and get you some picks to make you a better team and another player that could probably improve your squad. That's all I'm saying.
Can I try to put differently what you're trying to say? Because I think it's
you're gonna put it more sexy than I did.
Well, it's a idea that I've kind of been wrestling with, which is that it's okay to both be a seller and still try to win games.
I told you it was gonna be sexy, didn't I? Didn't I say it was gonna be sexy?
I think
I said it right.
It was.
Come on, go.
That's something that, like, because we haven't seen it yet, it's hard for me to comprehend that could be a reality. But I think that's the point that you're trying to make, right?
Yes, sir. No, you're right. We're on the same page.
I think it's like that's a good point. I think to me it's been like, unless the Bulls are completely out of it, they're just gonna go all feet forward, and they're gonna keep Caruso, and they're gonna keep trying to win games at all costs.
Right.
But I think there's a good middle ground where you can sell valuable pieces because you know you're not a contender. Try to give yourself some more ammunition to go out and be able to get good players later on, and also still try to win because that's good for the young players' development. Yeah. And you can do so by having good players around them and helping them, just develop as their careers go on. So I think, like, to me, though, I'm not sure I buy that as something that will actually happen. But if that is true, I'm on board with it.
Novadamus in the comments said, "Get that first round pick, baby." Eco Beam, meanwhile, saying, "We're keeping Caruso." I know he looks like that. How do you say the name of that animated character? Kalu?
Where is it?
The little kid. CAILLOU.
Caillou.
I know. I can picture
bald
the
guy?
character.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like Caruso if he had a headband.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say that's anime. It's like a children's. We still got a couple.
Yeah,
super chats.
I know. I was gonna have you get to those last super chats, but just wanted to have other people chime in.
Goat of the year.
Chase Grill. I'm not letting AK trade a car for me after this roster. Also, shout out to Jason Davis who said, "Finally catching y'all live." Shout out, man. He wants picks back for Zach. Doesn't want to mess with the running and gunning and the chemistry we've seen lately.
Are we getting? It ain't Zach that I'm concerned about getting picks back for. It's just the fact that I'm not. I said it. I'm not concerned about what I get back from Zach. I'm really not, guys.
All right.
It's about Caruso for me.
We got to hit
Super
these
chats.
super chats here. Lewis says, oh, yeah, Ayo totally Snell out there. Fickle fans. Called that out earlier for sure.
Talk your old crap.
Think he's sarcasm
Never
there.
again the Snell comparison.
Come on.
Manuel, what's up, Manuel?
Manuel!
Oh, so hype. I'm ready to get hurt again. Hashtag Cody Delmendo. And can someone bubble wrap Alex Caruso?
That's all we saying.
AK missed most of the game. Turned in to see P. Will going for a monster dunk. Nope, blocked. There's got to
did
be a
not convert.
record for missing or getting dunks blocked. Yeah, he might have it.
It was. Oh my God.
Let's talk Bulls. Zach went out and Kobe said, I am the captain now.
Look at me. Look at me.
It's been that vibe
I'm the captain now.
for the last, 7 or 8 games?
Yes.
That's been the vibe.
Yeah. But Zach was clean tonight. Shout out to Zach LaVine.
He wasn't clean.
He was clean.
Had the what shirt was he wearing tonight?
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah, that's right.
Goodfellas shirt. Goodfellas shirt.
We are out of time. Thank y'all for joining us so much. Have a great start to your weekend because we are off tomorrow. We're back on Saturday. The Bulls stay down in Miami. We'll play the Heat again Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central Time tip-off.
Yeah.
If you are a night owl and you're a junkie for sports like we are,
Yeah.
CHGO Blackhawks on deck.
What up, Steven?
They're still out west. They're playing the Kraken right now.
Steven's
It's
there.
Not even the third period yet.
Greg is here.
So we'll have CHGO Blackhawks postgame coming up
Mario.
for y'all later tonight.
JC.
Hit the like. Make sure you subscribe to CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Follow the GOAT for all of his wonderful Bulls reporting and updates.
He's the
Will
adult in the room.
_Gottlieb. Big Davies at Balby at WL Sports. I'm Bulls _Peck. We are CHGO _Bulls. Our pal and producer,
Hey.
Joseph Mathis.
21.
He's young. He's smart. He's handsome.
Joey 1.1K.
He is at Joey. I was about to say he is at Joey Handsome. He is at Joey Spathis.
Joey
And
1.1K.
George Sr. in the building tonight.
Oh,
How
George
great
is
was
in
that?
the place.
How great was that?
Goon of the night.
Oh, shout out to Lisa as well.
Oh.
Have a great start to your weekend, Bulls Nation. Appreciate you. Love you. As always, Bulls get the win. We'll see if we can go for a season series win over the Heat on Saturday.
I'm with it.
Joakim, you were that win.
Yes, you were.
See Red be good, y'all.
Heats up. Peace.